Well, my last question about the Beatles. What do you think is the most underrated Beatles song?
Underrated?
Yeah. While playing the guitar yourself.
Um,
I mean, chord switches or
yeah,
melody lines.
I'm not too sure what's rated and what's not rated by the Beatles. I like the thing. All my favourite songs are the ones that like you'll put an album on that you'd never heard before, and there'd be a song that you'd never heard before, and that would be like. There's one on With the Beatles actually. I think it's the first song.
No Reply?
No, that's on Beatles for Sale.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So please.
Anytime is it? Anytime
It Won't Be Long.
It won't. Oh, yeah, It Won't Be Long. Yeah, It Won't Be Long. That. Remember it first time hearing that, thinking that's a right song. Like, just like the vocal, like the chorus with like Paul and John, like Yeah, I just thought that was brilliant. I've never heard that one. Because you always know Help, and you've always heard it yesterday, and songs like that. They're far too obvious.
I really like Nowhere Man.
I'm a big fan of Nowhere Man.
Is that rated or underrated?
I'm not sure. I think that's.
He's a real Nowhere Man.
It's on the Red album, so I'd say that we're rated.
Yeah.
That's the Red album's the best of. Yeah. But it's not that well known.
Yeah, it's not like a Help or a Yesterday or a Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, is it?
What is then? Well, I heard some story about your band name. Some Australian guy.
That's true.
Have you ever spoken to him?
Good research. Well, the Australian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way we got the band name was we went to the Leeds Festival, and we met this Australian guy, and he had no tent to stay in, but he had loads and loads of beer and drugs. So naturally, we said he could stay in our tent. And then just round the campfire one night, we were coming up with band names because we'd not picked a name yet, and he came up with the Pigeon Detectives. At the time, we kind of brushed it off and thought that's ridiculous.
But how come he did it? Because you were really into pigeons?
No, that's a complete myth, a total lie. That I don't know where that came from. We were just brainstorming ideas, and we were kind of coming up with the funniest ones possible on purpose, just because it was a laugh. And he came up with Pigeon Detectives, and then went back to Australia. And about 2 months later, he sent us a letter saying, "Thanks a lot, guys, for letting me stay in the tent. Great weekend. I hope to see the Pigeon Detectives tour in Australia soon." Around about the time I got the letter, I had a phone call off the promoter, putting our first gig on. And he was like, "All right, come on, what's your band called? I need to make some posters." And we still hadn't settled on a name, and I had him on the phone and the letter in my hand, so I just kind of put the two together and says, "Oh, Pigeon Detectives." And then we fully intended on changing it, didn't we?
We did.
For the second gig, but we kept it.
What could have been another name for you?
We used to be called The People, but we decided that was rubbish. Dave, the bass player, wanted us to be called
Embroidered Tissue.
Embroidered Tissue, which is the worst band name.
That sounds like an 80s synth band, embroidered, like Soft Cell or something like that.
I think we should be called. We should have been called La Bucarat.
What does that mean?
I don't know. They say it all the time on Sopranos.
Do they?
It has quite a good ring to it. La Bucarat.
Probably means it's probably a swear word in Italian.
I think it is a swear word. I don't know. They use it a lot though.
But are you happy with the name?
No.
Yeah, it don't bother me.
It don't bother you.
There's worse.
Come on,
But there's worse band names out there.
It's just as bad as the Beatles, really, isn't it?
Oasis.
You think about it.
In the UK, Oasis is a girls' clothing shop.
A drink.
A soft drink, a passion fruit soft drink, and a spring in the middle of the desert. It's not. It doesn't scream out rock and roll to you. The Stereophonics, just not really catchy. Radiohead doesn't give you the picture of.
Block Party doesn't sound exciting, does
Block Party, that's another bad band name. The Automatic.
Yeah.
The music.
The music, perfect example.
Yeah.